Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Amelia and I post new life and style videos every Wednesday at 4 p.m. So if you've been watching me for a little bit of time, you know this is not like the normal background, and that is because I'm filming in my bedroom. And why am I doing that? Because I am doing a clean out my closet and dressers and everything room before my move. That's right, I am moving. And you're like, oh, to another apartment? No, to a house. Yes, in 1 month I am moving in to a home with a mortgage and all that good stuff. I'm also going to be discussing just my experience with the home buying process, and obviously my experience is a little unique because I am / was looking for a house during the coronavirus pandemic, which I thought was going to be an opportune time because maybe not a lot of people would be looking, so housing prices would drop, but actually it was the exact opposite. So it's just kind of gonna be me cleaning and me talking, just a chill video because there's not that much else to do. So yeah, let's get to it. Yeah, let's talk about my experience. So maybe in April I started this whole journey. It started out with one house that was definitely below my budget and was beautiful, newly renovated, looked perfect. Then unfortunately drove to the neighborhood and it just is not in a good neighborhood. And along came another home that looked perfect. I mean, aesthetically, it was beautiful. Nothing would really have had to be done to the inside of it, but it was at the tippity top of my budget. But I was like, if this is what it takes to get my house, then we're just gonna do it. And knowing that it was gorgeous inside and had parking and a deck and was in a desirable area, I knew that it was going to go super fast. So I tried to put in an offer, you know, came $10,000 below, and then the seller's agent, who was really nameless, but he's annoying, you know, was like, they're not accepting anything lower than asking. So then I went up to asking and was definitely starting to get a bit nervous because I was like, I can't go into a bidding war with anyone, you know, this is it. And you have to sign a document that says you know, this is what I'm offering, and this offer kind of expires in 3 days or whatever. And the seller's agent would constantly be like, oh, they just need another day, they just need another day, which was so annoying because every time it would expire we'd have to do it again. Then finally they made the decision that, hey, if you know, put in your best and final offer, and then the sellers will choose who can come in. They will choose one and who can come in on Saturday to view it. You know, they had young kids, so they didn't want anyone in the house, which is totally fine and understandable, especially during a pandemic. But I was like, well, he's saying only one person, but then he also said they feel that, you know, once they get in there, they'll offer more. And if it's if I think I'm the only one and I offered, you know, whatever the price is, why would I then offer more if I think I'm the only one? So I was like, so they're definitely playing The Bachelor and who gets the final rose situation, and just gonna have people come in at different times to look at the house. So that was annoying. You know, I even wrote a letter to them stating why I wanted the house and everything, and I thought it was a beautifully written letter. But as most things, money talks, and the people who got it just eventually paid more money for it. Of course, they could have always then gone into the house and been like, oh, actually no, which at that point it might have defaulted back to me, and because I was then annoyed with their little antics that they were playing, I was just gonna be like, no, because I'm petty, which is not a thing to do in a house. And that's lesson number one. Do not get emotionally involved in a home. Do not look at a house and then start like planning your future, which is super easy to do. You can look at a house and be like, oh, my dog can play in the backyard when you don't even have a dog, or this will be the kids' room when you don't even have kids. And you can like come up with all these scenarios, or maybe I'm just weird, or think of like what furniture you're gonna put where. Don't do it for like, I think it's personally just kind of setting yourself up to fail. Even if you wind up getting the house, you might wind up paying more than you really had to, or you're going to wind up looking forever. And it's so much easier said than done, right? Like when you watch House Hunters and there are people looking at the house and they're like, oh, well, I don't like the color on the wall. And you're like, you can change the color on the wall, Stacy, like shut up. But it's true, like you can get so caught up in the aesthetics of a home. And that's definitely what happened with that first one of, wow, like nothing would have to be changed. This looks so perfect that I was just like running on emotion. And that's not great when you're making a huge financial decision. So just try to think of it just very logically. And my tip number 2 would be to really think about your lifestyle choices. And that's more than just like your commute to work, but are you willing to buy a larger house further away from work just because it's bigger and cheaper, but now you're going to be sitting in traffic for 2 hours instead of 1? Or are you okay with kind of living in a smaller house and maybe not as updated, but you don't have to commute as far? Are there enough closet space for you, which I know for me is a huge problem? Are there enough closets? You know, I saw one house that again I thought was like nicely updated and everything, and then we got in and there just weren't a lot of closets. It seemed incredibly tiny, even though it was like 1,200 square feet. It seemed like very small. The basement was unfinished, and you can see like in a lot of these recently renovated, now that everyone thinks they're a flipper, which I do not. I know my skill level and I know my patience level. Being a flipper isn't for me, but you have a lot of people who think they can do it, and a lot of people can. You know, not knocking anyone, but you also have a lot of people who just are thinking to do it because it's quick money. But you look at the craftsmanship, I mean, like only the front windows were replaced, the back windows were like still from the 1920s. Just a lot of the work didn't seem like quality work, which, you know, when buying a house, you kind of want a quality house. So that was another disappointment because I was like, wow, another really pretty house. And then turned out to be not so pretty on the inside. Then we saw one that was like, honestly, a flip job. Next thing would be to get pre-qualified. If you are a serious home buyer and not just like looking to see what's out there, but really like, I'm going to put an offer and I'm serious, it shows the seller like, hey, this person is serious because they've gone that extra step, and it backs you up, right? Because you can say, oh yeah, I can afford that $1 million home, but the pre-qualification shows that no, you actually can only afford like $200,000. And I assume that's because of what happened in 2008. We don't want to repeat that. Next would be to really think about like all your expenses. Because one, the price of the home you're going to buy is like not the end price. Just because technically under your pre-qualification or whatever it is, you still have to pay like closing costs and inspection fees and appraisal fees and all that. And those really do start to add up. And it's like more than a couple thousand to tack on. And that's something to think about. And when you think like, oh, I'm only paying this for the house, but by the time you're done, you could be back up at your threshold. And then do you have money to put down to do any renovations or anything? Now this is a terrible drawer because it's like my shorts drawer. I really wear shorts or like shorts. So, but I feel weird like getting rid of them because they're like a summer staple. But also, I don't like to wear shorts. No, 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 no. Oh my God. And that's why you use tripods, kids, and not do the good old 10 emotional balance on books and random things, because eventually you will hit it and everything will topple over and you will break a bunch of glass. I don't know about you, but I had a heart attack just now because I thought my camera broke. Camera I bought only like 4 months ago for $700. Yeah. So far these are my 2 piles. That's my donate. That's my sell. That's also this bag minus the immediate things on top. That are my sell slash donate. I kind of have to go through because I know ThredUp kind of only does like name brand clothing. So really thought I was gonna get rid of a lot more than I did. And we have this bag, that pile, and then that bag down there, and a bag out by whatever it's called. I don't know. I'm like really dizzy. I think I'm just like hungry right now. Yeah, was this video like even helpful? Am I just not meant to make like a closet clean out slash talking about a house video? Like, I don't know. I guess it was just like my experience, sort of. I really don't even know what I said. I feel like after I thought I almost broke my camera, I just like forgot everything. So who knows what this video is about. But I want to welcome all the new subscribers that I have. Thank you guys so much for supporting me in these past like 3-4 weeks. It's been like really crazy to see like my watch time and my subscribers and just the love that I got on my ASMR videos. So thank you. And I hope you all have a wonderful day and stay safe. Bye.